that was quite a gathering of magpies. And I love them. They don't always gather quite like that, so many of them right in the courtyard. But I wonder what they were bringing. I always feel like crows and corvidae are messengers. And I think probably it's very important to recognize that summer is passing fast. And it sounds a little cheesy, but it's a season. And all of our lives have seasons, and they pass quickly. Do you ever wonder about your birth, your destiny, why you arose as a phenomenon? Why? Why this time? This person? This life, this family, these circumstances? I don't know. I feel like I'm not quite close enough to the end of my life. Hey! So I feel that I'm not quite close enough to the end for it to all come together and make sense yet. So I'm still trying to live in the present, but sort of weave a tapestry of meaning. I'm sure anybody out there that's dealing with, what we're dealing with, most of us here are dealing with being past midlife and sort of turning that corner into actually becoming an elder. And I feel unprepared. It's not even just the vanity part, which of course I hate, but where's all the wisdom? I don't know. It's, I guess that's the task, isn't it? This is my very own Frappuccino. I use carnation. I know it's not the healthiest, but I use coconut milk, carnation pack, a little bit of coffee, and ice cubes. And I have a granola bar. So I couldn't finish my smoothie because it was just like too much. So I poured it in my coffee cup and added some extra. Look how beautiful that looks. That's crazy. Who needs Starbucks? Finishing touch. So I've been having a little bit of a cold. I've been using these. The other thing these are good for, and trust me, I'm not sponsored. Nobody watches my channel. But after a good workout, and especially if you've been doing like a lot of resistance or stretching, these are good to help with recovery. It's beautiful. It's breezy, but it's probably close to 80 degrees. the energy is so weird tonight. We tried to go for a walk, and it was just like there were people yelling, and then there was just like car after car after car just driving by in our quiet neighborhood. Well, that's not that, but you know, just a little neighborhood that isn't usually like that filled with traffic unless it's car pickup time for the school down the road. So we called it and just decided to come into the courtyard, and we were coming in, and we, you know, in the courtyard, I ran into the children, and this little girl was talking to me about her family. Most of her family is still in Venezuela, and she's here with other family, her primos, her cousins, and it's just sad. It's sad. Anyway, this cold is driving me nuts. It's really bothering me. I mean, I feel like I'm fighting it pretty well. I picked it up from my guest, and I'm not nearly as sick as she's been. Like, she's been really coughing and like, so I think, you know, there's something to be said for watching your nutrition, watching your hydration, making sure you get your, you know, micronutrients, your vitamin C, your vitamin D3 from the sun. But then other times, you know, sometimes if there's a virus out there, you're going to get it, and it doesn't matter. You know, there were these like mega athletes during COVID that just got taken out by a very strong virus. So, I mean, I think that we should always do our best to be our best. Like, I know how corny that sounds, but we really should always, like, try to do, I don't know, I'm like, what is it, 80-20, like, you know, 80% eat the right things, 20% you can have your chocolate, you know, especially if it's dark chocolate. You're gonna have a cocktail, you can have some wine, you can have some vices. Some are harder on your body than others. I'm losing my train of thought, I'm sorry. Yeah, basically we should do everything we can to be our best, to work out, to stay fit. And I know I don't work out as hard as I probably should. I know I don't. But I also, as you know, deal with the whole PEM thing. And don't, you know, it's just like, it's a balance. So I just think that, like, not falling into illness as metaphor while still understanding that trauma is going to give you somatic symptoms. Like, that's a balance, that's a tightrope we walk. And, you know, understanding that you do the best to take care of yourself. But things are gonna happen, you know. But yeah, it's kind of driving me nuts. I haven't had a cold for a while. A couple of years ago when we had the last COVID we had. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what, let's see, this is the crescent moon. The new moon was in Cancer a few days ago. So, I don't know exactly what that means. Some of you can probably tell me. I think it has a lot to do with, like, water, memory, and mother issues, maternal energy, and the divine feminine. Something like that. So, anyway, yeah, I'm just, like, sharing a little bit more from just kind of my personal day-to-day, and nothing's terribly exciting, just living and being and growing. Perhaps just this is wisdom, just being, and being okay with being. It's odd, humans have such a different psyche, and it's led to great creation and achievement, but also great misery and violence. So the wisdom piece, the question of destiny, maybe there is no destiny other than just what happens, what is. I don't know. And wisdom is just making peace with that which is. Again, I don't know.